Everybody, welcome back to Cids Modern Life, episode 38 with me, Cid, and I've been quite busy on the server, which is on the not server. I'm not on the server, on the thingy, which is why I've actually drained. I didn't quite fill it, I will be honest, but I have almost drained it again. Yeah, been a little bit busy, just doing things and stuff and things, but I'm just going to top that off. I don't know whether we got enough to quite fill it. Yeah, not far off. That was 16 blocks of coal coke. So 16 blocks of coal coke equals 1 ring. All right, so we need to do some stuff today. First thing, before we head over there, I'm going to go and head to ember. Wow, there we go. And oh, pardon me, little tickly cough going on there. I must remember to edit that out, but there you go. Bird, yeah, right. We are going to go all the way down to the bottom here, and we're going to grab some of the ember. Well, in fact, well, I'll be honest, we're going to grab all of the ember from our ember mill. And we'll leave that there for the time being. You're doing your thing and that can just sit there. It doesn't really matter. I think we've got quite a bit of ember. So, a few people have been badgering, well, not badgering, maybe, foxing, ferreting, I don't know. Me to get on with some of the ember and actually use some of the ember stuff going on. I need to go to the factory. Processing the ill-gotten gains we have from the excavation so far, which was actually, there's a surprising amount of stuff coming out of there, even at this higher level that I'm working at. And yeah, I'm going to make more copper in there a little bit. I'm trying to decide on what metal now. I've got a whole load of copper, got plenty of iron, I've got a reasonable amount of nickel, some silver, tin, I've even got gold, not a huge amount, but I've got gold. And one of the things I would really like to do is have rivers of molten metal running through the dwarven mines. If you've seen The Hobbit, then I assume anybody who's into this kind of stuff will have seen The Hobbit. There's the big thing with the forge and the massive great rivers of metal running through it. That's kind of what I want to do. Now, in a pack with Tinker's Construct, that is very easy. And in this pack, if I were to go and look at, say, copper, we do have buckets of molten copper added by embers, hence why we're going to use embers to do what we're going to try and do. Before, however, we do that, I'm going to take a little trip over. What time is it? We're probably okay. How are you? You got quite a bit of coal to process, so we'll take a little trip over to the hello pig, to the dwarven thing, and I'll show you what I've been up to. It's by no means finished. I think this is going to be one of those projects that I keep coming back to, and then we'll leave for a while, then we'll come back to, and we'll maybe do a couple of episodes working on it, and I'll do a whole load of off-screen mirroring and copying. I've done nothing on this. I still can't decide what I want to do there. However, in here, I've dug out both sides for starters. I've just started to put this pillar in here, and I'm still trying to work out exactly what I'm going to do up here yet, but that's, yeah. Over here, I've gone down, and I've done the pillar all the way down, and that's all there. And then behind that, I've got the pillars, and I've got this going on, and I've also rounded off these. Now, I'm unsure whether to do the same up here. These are a complete pain to do, because you have to get the older architect's hammer on them. These are our lapis, chisel lapis, but because lapis is precious, it's only 1 thick. I did originally back it onto stone, but mobs were spawning in it. So what I went with is a light source and then a space. So in theory, I think nothing will spawn there. And then I'm kind of trying, I've got my stairwell will come down here, and I'm trying to work out how I want to do this. Now what I really want to do is I want the liquid to flow down from up there, down, and then I want it to cascade out either side somehow. Yeah, not sure. But we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. That goes without a doubt. Now the question is what metals to use. Copper would be the cheapest. Gold, because remember it's going to take 1,000 millibuckets of metal to make a bucket. Now I could use chisel fluids, that's the other thing. Not keen on that idea. But this is starting to look good. I'm just not sure what to do with this vaulting yet. And down there I've started digging out and trying to get a feel for what's going to go on down here. It's getting big, and it's getting very convoluted. And it's night time. Okay, let me let me quickly sleep, and well, I'll go and finish off processing that stuff up, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so I'm just finishing off processing of this, but while we're over here we need to make a whole load of stuff. So first things first, we need, not a spark tinker, a tinker's hammer. Make me one of those please, thank you very much. We're then going to need an ember actuator. Let me link that in and go for actuator. No, ember activator. I've got it written down here and obviously failing abysmally to read what I'm actually writing. So we want one of those. We are going to want a melter. Now this one may be a little bit more tricky. Let's have a no. We got everything we need for that. I'm surprised. We're going to want an emitter, which we'll probably want. Yeah, 4 of those should be enough. We're going to want receivers. Hang on. Get some of those. That should be again enough. We need. Let me have a look. Where's my atmospheric thingy? That's not what I want. I've got item pipes, so I need a item pump. Now I'm just trying to think. I am going to need 2 of those. Damn it, we need the item pipes from my blocks bag. Get some of those. There we go. So item pump. Make me 1, 2. Thank you. A couple of those. And then we need mechanical. So we need a mechanical pump, which is, we need iron pipe. Let me get some of that in there. Make at least 1 of those. 1 should be enough, I think. I need the iron pipe, so we'll have that. I'm going to want to actually, there's something I want to experiment with as well, but no, we'll do that another time. Let's not get distracted. And then there is a copper. Where are you? There. Copper cell, which requires some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those. There we go. Excellent. I think we might be getting close to ready to rock and roll on this. Now, again, we're not pushing this out heavily out there. I'm gonna I probably want some copper as well, don't I? Let me just take take a stack. It's not like we're shy on copper. I just want to also very, very quickly head over to the farm. So I just want to check what we've got in there. Now give this a second while the world loads. Bit of lag. Bit of lag. Here we go. Hey. No, we're not there. We're kind of there. Oh, come on. I hate this. You know this post-teleport performance issues. There you go. Okay, let me just have a look. I just wanted to have a look at what the diamond... We're definitely well up on diamonds. We're okay on gold. We're doing well there. We don't get copper and stuff from that, do we? No. Get lots of those, which is all nice. See, we get these, but I don't like the purple ends on them. And I don't think... Yeah. I don't think we can do much about that. Anyway, okay, just wanted to check that. I also wanted to jump in out here. No, I don't need to actually. Okay, let's not get distracted. Back to the dwarven cities, where we shall fight and do dwarven city things. Yeah. So this thing is proving big. It's actually fun, but what I'm tending to do is when I'm rendering, or if I've got like half an hour of downtime here or there, or an hour here, I'm just coming on digging a massive great chunk out that hole. You know, there's no easy way to say it. We just come in and we just dig a chunk of dwarven underground. Now, for the time being, what we are going to do is we're going to do everything down at the bottom, just because I've got some flat space down there and yada yada. Whee! But better eat. Yeah, still design. Now I have actually got, see this thing here. I was wondering whether we could somehow incorporate this into the corner posts. I don't know how we would completely incorporate it, but if we pump a little, even one ember in there, it'll get a really cool, well, you'll see in a moment. So that might be something I use as an architectural thing, because they're not expensive. I mean, a bit of copper, iron and furnace, you know, it's quite cheap. So let's get let's go pop you no, let's pop you here. So this is our ember activator, which basically converts ember, which is in here in this wooden storage crate, bonk. It converts this into, from solid to an energy ember, if you like. So you know what I didn't bring with me? I didn't bring any things, but it doesn't matter. 1, 2, what else do I need? 3, 4. Yeah, we're also going to need a tank. We'll get that in a moment. That's not a problem. Backpack, and the crafting tables are no longer a problem because we've got a super thing here. So pipe there. Oh, all right, there we go. And we'll get a item pump that goes there with a bit of item pipe. Oh. There. And we didn't bring, oh bum. Luckily I have got, I don't need a huge amount. We do need levers. You forget, it's amazing how easy it is just to forget the most basic things. Levers are absolutely critical in Ember. Rephrase that. Redstone signals are absolutely critical in Ember. And so, you know, this is not that brilliant for actual permanent things. I think we can come up with a better solution than that. Right, so we've got you, and I'm going to stick, I'll stick half a stack in there. I don't want to go mad. And then what we need to do is on here we need an ember emitter. and then we'll come over and we'll stick a copper coil, and I'm going to stick the copper coil over here because I can. Bonk. With a receiver on it, and also an emitter. And then we're going to take our melter, which is going to come over here because again we can. Again, these are pretty cool structures in the respect that oh, I need a receiver there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift and right click to start pairing that. We'll pair that with that, and then we're going to pair that with that. Oh, hang on. That's better. I knew I'd done something wrong there, and then we need to put a lever on each of these. And finally, we are going to have an item pump here. No, we're not. Well, actually, what's going on here? Let me get this right. You can just go there, and then we'll put a little bit of item pipe in here, and then we're going to take a that out there, and that can come over here like that, and then we need a thing down there. This is going to have copper in it, that is going to go in there, that is going to have that on it. Everything is linked up. So first things first, turn you on and bang, you can see that is doing copper. Now what we didn't make is a gauge, which we should have done. An ember gauge is pretty straightforward, so we'll run and grab this. Now once this is on, we're going to get these little ember particles flying around, and I've got some plans for these in this build. I think I've got definite plans for these. So this is going here. This is an ember battery. Obviously we can't see what's in it because I forgot to make the gauges. I need a couple of ember gauges, and I need a tank. I also need to get a teleport scroll for here, don't I think. I don't know where I want to beam in though. I don't want to beam in it right here. This is the okay. Bonk. But it would be really handy. Okay, but not a problem. We can oh, hello. I don't know where you are. Right. Bow. Oh, there's a ghost up there. Hang on. Let's don't you dare. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's go see what there is out here. There's definitely hostiles on the map. I can see them. And getting these hostiles is, you know, it's my civic duty, because otherwise they will pick and prey on innocents. And okay, that's how to act like you weren't expecting something and it really scared you. I think I pulled that off. I don't think people quite realise that I absolutely just crapped my pants. Damn creepers. Oh, and now I've got flies trying to scare me as well. Okay. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Bat horse. Dead bat horse. We can't do anything with those, they're not tameable, so you can create them, I believe, but you can't do out with them. Right, let's concentrate on what I was supposed to be doing. I can't believe that creeper just caught me off guard so badly. See here, what? Right. Little fox. Hello, little fella. But no, we can't see any bad things. So, oh, that was a fox. It makes a little cheeping noise. Right, so we needed, what was I making? A tank. I think it was a tank. It was a thing. We're making a thing and a thing. Okay, right. Everything's all right. So let me wanted an ember gauge, which means we need one of those. Probably want two, maybe three of those. In fact, actually. 1, 2, 3. That'll do me. And I'll have a fluid gauge as well, which is another one of those with some of that going on. Okay. And was it a tank? No, hang on. Was it a tank? It's not a tank. Okay, ember. I know what it is. I'll know it when I see it. It's not a bin. It's a fluid vessel. Thank you. That will do me. Right, let's go back. Try to avoid any creeper related drama, and let's see what we can do. Now we've got everything. Well, not everything. Yeah, it's a bit like, what's it? What's the word? Zen pizza. You walk into a pizza shop and they say, make me one with everything. Did you do? I know, it was bad. Okay, we are happy that I didn't get blown up. Oh, well, I'm happy that I didn't get blown up. Alright, so this is doing its thing. And if we get our ember gauge here, there's 16,000 ember there, and there's 8,000 and bit there. The transfer rate is actually pretty slow, it has to be said. Now we can come over here and we can stick an ember gauge on this one, and you can see that's empty, and we can also stick a fluid gauge on it, and we can see that is currently empty. So first things first, bang, put some copper on it, and if we jump up here you can see there's a whole load of copper in there. Cool. And then we're going to come over here and turn that on, and that's going to start powering into here. Now the ember gauges start going up. This is going to start eventually. Yep, there you go. We've got it's melted a whole ingot so far, and then this thing here is going to come down there. Now that is surprisingly not blocking that. I'm going to take that out actually, and we'll do it over here just so we know we're clear. A little bit of iron pipe there, and a lever here. Now if we run around here we can see we've now got 720 molten copper. We need 1,000 before we've even got a bucket's worth. So we're going to wait a little while longer, and it's about 144 per ingot, so it's not quite 10. 10 would be 1,400. There we've got that. So if I turn you on now, that should now pump in here. We probably can take this off of here, and we can pop this over here, and we can keep our eye on what's going on there. And then finally, if we go into here, we should be able to pick up one of our buckets, and we can get a bucket of molten copper, which we can put back in. There's no loss. So what does molten copper look like? Let's find out. Don't dislike it. And it's definitely a molten metal, and more importantly, it's definitely not lava. So, right, we got you going, you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing, everything's happy down here. So, let me jump up here. And what we need to do is think about what we're going to do up here. Now, I want that to come down to there. Have I got anything useful on me in the way of blocks? So if I take this and that, if I were to, oh, I've got loads, it's not a problem. If I were to do that and then that, then in theory we can get a flow that just runs straight down into there. Alright, so the next question, where can we go with that? Because what I'd like to do, I think, is if we can somehow bring this down here and round. How would you do this though? I am really a bit stumped actually, to be honest. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to block off these temporarily. We're going to run up to the top here and just get a feel for what this looks like with a bucket of molten copper in it. What do we think? Well, it definitely has a charm, doesn't it? I think it needs something more up there, but it definitely has a charm. Let me have a little think and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I've random noise. I have popped in a solid block here and I have popped in a solid block there of lapis. I've taken this all the way down on both sides. I need to do the sides and everything, but what we need to do now, I think, is probably stick our copper bucket back in. Now I don't know whether this actually gives any illumination. It seems to, but we'll see when it gets closer. It does. Now this side and this side of this are basically stairs. So what we should see, hopefully, and this flows 5 blocks. So we should see that this actually gets down. It drops down about 2 back over there, and then starts coming out over here. Now the only thing that I've just noticed that is wrong with this image, this picture, what's wrong with this thing, what is going on, is well, there's several things, but the one thing I have noticed is, where are you? You can see those blocks. We probably need to take the one further back as well, but I can't reach that from here. Might be easier to take the copper out and let it run and then do that, but on the whole I think that's let me get rid of the light level indicator. That doesn't look too bad. And obviously we shall pop in, we shall fill that this back in back there, and I don't think that looks bad. I still think we need something at the top there. I'm not entirely sure what yet, but we definitely do need something, and you know, we'll be able to see as we go around these huge columns of molten metal, you know, protruding around here. The other thing I've noticed, and this is the thing, this is still working, by the way. You can see on the gauge there is still, well, there was still, I don't know whether we may have run out of, no, we've still got copper. That's out of ember. Intriguing. What's going on here then? I don't know whether there's an issue with leaving the chunks with this, because this is full. That's gone down since I last looked at it. That is, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know whether there may actually be no items in there. That might just be a ghost image. But we're not seeing any movement of ember, which is awkward. Oh, that's doing stuff now, but I don't know where it's going. Where did that just go? I don't know. I mean, bear in mind that the 1.10 version of this mod is not as polished as the 1.11 version, and so there are issues. But yeah, that's starting to take some shape. This is going to take a lot of work, probably more work than I give it credit for, if I'm very honest. But should be worth it in the long run, I think. So on that note, I think we're going to call it an episode, and I'll continue on. I'll work on these and get these pillars in. Hopefully, at least by next episode, we should have these filled in, those filled in, and this duplicated on the other side, and maybe even all of this dug out. But I'm not promising, because it's a huge diggy hole job. Whether I'll have this stuff done, I don't know, but we'll see. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.